If you are over 45 and wake up exhausted, your plain morning coffee is a missed medical opportunity. But if you drop exactly one tiny, inexpensive kitchen spice into your cup tomorrow morning, you will trigger a shocking cascade of biological reactions inside your body in exactly 10 minutes. I am talking about something so potent that it can stabilize your blood sugar, flush out liver toxins, and supercharge your blood flow faster than most synthetic supplements on the market. If you are over 45, you are probably noticing that your body does not bounce back the way it used to. You wake up with stiff joints, a slightly foggy brain, and an energy crash right around 2 in the afternoon. You might even be dealing with creeping blood pressure numbers or a doctor who keeps mentioning your fasting glucose levels. You have probably tried cutting out sugar, drinking more water, or forcing yourself to walk an extra mile, but the needle barely moves. What you are missing is a specific biochemical trigger, a catalyst that forces your cells to wake up and repair themselves. And that catalyst is sitting in your spice cabinet right now. I am talking about the humble clove. But we are not talking about baking a holiday ham. We are talking about combining one whole clove with the acidic, antioxidant-rich environment of hot coffee. When you do this, what happens in your body 10 minutes later is nothing short of fascinating. To understand why this combination is so incredibly powerful, we have to look at what happens the moment this specific mixture hits your stomach. Most people think of coffee simply as a vehicle for caffeine, but biologically speaking, high-quality black coffee is one of the most abundant sources of dietary antioxidants in the standard Western diet. It is packed with chlorogenic acid, which is already a fantastic compound for reducing systemic inflammation. However, when you drop a single whole clove into that hot coffee and let it steep, the heat and the natural oils of the coffee beans act as a powerful extraction solvent. They pull out a highly active medicinal compound from the clove called eugenol. Eugenol is a phenolic compound, and in the world of clinical biochemistry, it is an absolute superstar. When you take a sip of this clove-infused coffee, the warm liquid travels down your esophagus and enters your stomach. Within exactly 10 minutes, the liquid begins to pass through the stomach lining and into the small intestine, where it is rapidly absorbed into your portal vein. And this is where the medical magic truly begins. This is not some internet myth or an old wives' tale. This is pure, evidence-based pharmacology happening right inside your digestive tract. Let us talk about your liver first, because this is where eugenol does its heaviest lifting. Many people over the age of 50 suffer from some degree of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease without even knowing it. Your liver is the master filter of your body, but years of processed foods, hidden sugars, and environmental toxins leave it exhausted. Think of a fatty liver like a vacuum cleaner bag that is completely stuffed with dirt. The motor is running, but nothing is getting cleaned. The eugenol extracted by the coffee acts like a powerful biological detergent. As it hits your liver 10 minutes after drinking, it upregulates the production of glutathione, your body's master antioxidant. Eugenol physically binds to oxidative waste in your hepatocytes, your liver cells, and forces them to expel harmful lipid droplets. It starts shifting your liver from a state of storing fat to a state of burning fat. It is quite literally helping your liver repair itself from the inside out, reducing the sluggishness that makes you feel so heavy and tired all day long. Now, let us move to what happens to your blood sugar. If you are struggling with prediabetes, insulin resistance, or you just get terrible sugar cravings, listen very closely. As we age, our cells become resistant to insulin. Insulin is supposed to be the key that unlocks your cells to let glucose in for energy. But years of the standard Western diet cause the keyholes on your cells to rust. The insulin is there, but the door will not open. So the sugar stays in your blood, damaging your vessels, while your cells starve, leaving you exhausted. Studies have shown that the compounds in cloves, specifically nigericin, act as an insulin mimetic. This means they mimic the action of insulin in the body and actually help to lubricate those rusted cellular keyholes. 10 minutes after you drink clove coffee, these compounds enter your bloodstream and tell your muscle cells to start absorbing glucose immediately. You will notice a dramatic stabilization of your energy levels. No more extreme mid-morning spikes and no more devastating afternoon crashes. Your blood sugar curve begins to flatten out beautifully. But the benefits do not stop at your liver and your blood sugar. We absolutely must talk about your heart and your circulation. One of the most dangerous things that happens to us as we age is endothelial dysfunction. The endothelium is the delicate inner lining of your blood vessels. When we are young, this lining is flexible, allowing vessels to expand and contract effortlessly. As we cross our 50s and 60s, oxidative stress causes these vessels to become stiff and rigid, forcing your heart to pump harder. This is exactly how high blood pressure develops. The eugenol in your clove coffee is a potent vasodilator. Within that critical 10-minute window, it triggers the release of nitric oxide in your blood vessels. Nitric oxide is a signaling molecule that tells your blood vessels to relax and widen. Suddenly, blood flow is rushing freely to your extremities. You might even notice that your chronically cold hands and feet feel warmer. More importantly, this enhanced blood flow rushes oxygen directly to your brain. That typical morning brain fog you experience? It is literally being washed away by a surge of oxygen-rich blood, allowing you to think clearly, focus sharply, and feel completely present in your day. Before I give you the exact step-by-step protocol on how to make this correctly, I want to share a quick story from my own clinical experience. I had a patient, let us call him Robert. Robert was 62 years old, a retired contractor, and he came to my office looking absolutely exhausted. He told me he was doing everything right. He was walking his dog every day, taking his vitamins, but he woke up every single morning with a dry mouth, terrible joint stiffness, and a feeling like he could barely catch his breath after a simple meal. His lab work showed elevated liver enzymes and a climbing hemoglobin A1C. He was terrified of being put on a long list of prescription medications. I told Robert to make one single, simple change before we discussed pharmaceuticals. I told him to stop drinking his regular coffee with artificial creamer and instead drop one organic whole clove into his black coffee every morning. He looked at me like I was crazy, but he agreed to try it. 2 months later, Robert sat in my exact same office. He had lost 8 pounds of visceral belly fat without changing his diet. His morning stiffness was completely gone, and his latest comprehensive metabolic panel showed his fasting glucose dropped by 18 points, while his elevated liver enzymes returned to a perfectly normal range. He told me that 10 minutes after his morning cup, he felt a rush of clean, steady energy that lasted all the way until dinner. That is the power of combining traditional wisdom with modern clinical science. So, how do you actually do this correctly? Because you cannot just throw any old spice into a cup and expect a medical miracle. There is a very specific protocol you must follow to get these results. Here are the 5 exact steps you need to take starting tomorrow morning. Step number 1. You must use whole cloves, never clove powder. Clove powder that has been sitting on a grocery store shelf for 6 months has already lost 90% of its volatile medicinal oils through oxidation. You need a whole, intact clove to preserve the eugenol. Step number 2. The coffee must be hot but not boiling. Boiling water will actually destroy the delicate phenolic compounds in the clove. You want your coffee to be brewed, poured into your mug, and sitting for about 1 minute before you drop the clove in. The ideal temperature is around 170 degrees Fahrenheit. Step number 3. The steeping time is non-negotiable. Drop one single whole clove into your cup and let it steep for exactly 5 to 7 minutes. Do not drink it immediately. You must give the natural oils of the coffee time to extract the medicine from the clove. You will know it is ready when the coffee takes on a very subtle, warm, spicy aroma. Step number 4. Do not ruin the chemistry. You cannot add processed dairy milk or refined sugar to this mixture. Sugar causes immediate inflammation, which completely cancels out the anti-inflammatory benefits of the eugenol. Dairy proteins, specifically casein, can bind to the antioxidants in the coffee and the clove, blocking your body from absorbing them. If you absolutely need a creamer, use a splash of unsweetened almond milk or a tiny bit of grass-fed butter or coconut oil. Step number 5. Timing is everything. You must drink this on an empty stomach, at least 20 minutes before you eat your breakfast. This allows the eugenol to enter your portal vein and reach your liver without having to compete with digesting food. Now, as a medical doctor, I always have to give you the honest truth and the necessary warnings. Clove is incredibly powerful, and because it is so effective at improving blood flow and reducing clotting, you must be careful if you are currently taking prescription blood thinners like warfarin or if you have a bleeding disorder. If you are scheduling a major surgery, you should stop drinking clove coffee 2 weeks prior. And of course, always consult your healthcare provider before making any major changes to your routine, especially if you are managing a chronic condition. We are using food as medicine here, but medicine still requires respect and responsibility. Think about the incredible machinery of your body. You have carried yourself through decades of hard work, stress, and life's challenges. Your body wants to heal itself. It is desperately waiting for you to give it the right tools. You do not always need an expensive pharmacy run to start feeling better. Sometimes the most profound biological shifts happen with the simplest daily habits. Tomorrow morning, when the house is quiet and you are pouring that first cup of coffee, I want you to try this. Drop 1 clove in. Wait those crucial minutes, and let the healing begin from the inside out. Your liver will thank you, your blood vessels will thank you, and your energy levels will absolutely shock you. If you found this medical breakdown helpful and you are ready to take control of your aging process, hit that subscribe button right now. I post evidence-based, practical medical advice on this channel every single week to help you live a longer, stronger, and more vibrant life. I want to hear from you in the comments below. What is your current morning routine? And are you going to try the clove coffee protocol tomorrow? Let me know and I will see you in the next video. Stay healthy and take care of yourselves.